Okay, guys. So let's start. I hope that my screen is visible and audible. Just to provide the recap, in last class, uh, we simulated the bioreactor. So we simulated it using differential equations starting from 0 to time t, and we found out some of the dynamics. And from the dynamics, we converted it into the for loop. And then we have given our step change, and depends on step change we plotted it and again found out the dynamics. So I'm going to run this code once again. Yeah, so this is what the results looks like. So this is for the first differential equation, this is for second, and this is for third, and we are given the step change at 30th time instance. So we are seeing the changes, correct? So we got almost the dynamics, and we know that it's going to settle in almost 20 seconds. That's what we figured out from this graph. And according to that, we changed our dynamics. That's the 30. Initially, we wrote 30. Now we're going to change it to how much time it's taking for settlement. On 35 go. Say here it becomes settled. So around 15 seconds. So I'm going to change my setting time here 50 seconds. So according to this, see what's your sampling time? Sampling time is 0.06. 0.06. So this is 0.06 is the sampling time came. So I need to find out the time index, for loop index. So if 0.06 is one index, I have to go for 30. How many index? X is equal to 30 divided by 0.06. So 30 divided by 0.06. So 500 index, I need to go for the first one. So, and then for 20, 15, I need to go 15 divided by 0.06. 250, so 750 total simulations. I'm changing it to 750, 750, and then changing this for loop to 500. Again, I'm going to run it. So this what is the dynamics I got settled almost after 45 time units. Now, as I explained in the previous class, we are doing this for implementing the controller. Okay, so I found out that let's say mu m is my manipulated variable. Okay, and second differential equations is my control variable. Okay, so what I am going to do here, first I am going to define the set points. So for second one, y is 1.2. Let's say I can have y as 1.5. My set point is 1.5. So I have defined a variable called set point as 1.5. Okay. Now from this data, I need to get the second differential equations end. So that is my measured variable. Measured variable is equal to y of end of second. Is this clear what I did here?
Yes, sir.
Then I can find out error. Error, I write it error is equal to my set point minus measured variable. What I did, I found out the error. So these are the control coding. So I found out measured variable, I picked the measured variable. Then I found out error, set point minus my measured variable. Now let's assume that we are implementing P controller. Okay, P controller. So what is the equations for P controllers? Let me write here that you can, it is visible for you guys. So U is in general called as manipulated variable. The name designations is U. So I wrote U equal to, okay, Kc into error. Kc into error plus USS. This USS is the steady state value at which I design my controller. Here I am designing my controller at the initial conditions. Whenever the dynamics dies out, at that point of time I am designing my controller. So here, if you look at the graph, I am designing my controller at this point of time. Okay, at this point of time. So I got U, and I know USS. USS is the steady state value of that manipulated variable at that time instant. So which is basically USS is equal to data underscore P of 6. Agree, because mu m is my manipulated variable for this system. That's why I taken. So mu m is here. I got USS U, and now I need to send this U. I need to send this U, okay, inside the system. That's why I'm going to send it through a data P. Okay, so I will write as data P of 6 equal to U. Okay, now I need not to give the step change, so I'm just commenting this. But these all things I wanted to run after the initial dynamics dies out. Okay, so data T, TF, TF, TF. The control variable this I need. I'm commenting this. I'm commenting this. Okay, and this is control variable. Is control will come into force if I is greater than I is greater than 500 yen. Here, is this clear? Before 500 instant, I am running initial dynamics. Once the system becomes steady state, I want to enforce the controller. So after 500 index in a for loop, I will measure my output. At 501 instant, it will be a steady state value of the initial dynamics. I measured that. Then I have a set point, because when we design controller, we should know pre-handle set points. So I know the set point. Clear? So I found out error. And then for simplicity, I am just designing P controller, which is basically KC into error, correct? Plus U as a steady state value, so that I will get the U in absolute, and that U I need to pump into the system. So I'm pumping it through data P underscore 6. That's what I am doing. So now we really don't know KC because this is not the control course. So I'm taking KC as some abrupt value. How do we find out KC is the concern of control course? Okay, so let me run it. So I got measured variable as 1.227, got error and define function of measured variable. Fine. So I got error as 0.27 because my steady state value is 1.22, set point is 1.5, and then I got U, which is 0.6163. Then I changed it to, so I got 9 total. Then I am going up. Now data P will have 6 elements, you see 6 elements, 6.113. Those here gain the same things. Measured variable, now you see 1.222 error. So my code is perfectly running. Now what I have to do, I need to change the this one. Make it 1000 for a safety. And it's there is some influence that is after the 30. Okay, however, it is not going to go where I want it to. Now look at this. Look at this values 1.495, and I wanted to take it to the 1.5 set points. Okay, because the gain was negative of the plant. So in this way, I can control any system. Now let me change the set point to whether it will go or not. It depends on the physics of the system, but let's try. Point 1.986. So this is the way we can design controller of any system. The basic fundamentals are same as far as the coding is concerned. Okay. Only thing is that system is going to change. So I'm going to stop here. Before that, I would like to ask you, is there any questions or do you want me to explain this complete code once again?
Yes, sir. Can you
Yes, sir.
please explain? I'm sorry.
Sure.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, I tried, doing all these steps, including the set point, but after 60, there's a, deviation in the values in the second graph, and later it directly drops. The Y value drops to 0.0039. Can you check that?
It is on your code or it's on my code?
Sir, I have written down the same code as you have done. So, but in the graph, we have considered values of t in the second one from, I guess, 20 to 60. But later, if we consider, the values drop to 0.03 or 0.04 approximately.
Where? On my graph?
Uh, sir, oh, sir, after this 60, if we want to check the value after 60 on the second one,
Huh. So it will not drop it for me. Now it will not drop.
oh, okay, I guess I've made a mistake.
Now, why it is not a Chitra? It's very okay. Because error is become zero. Into KC. This one becomes zero.
Okay,
Okay. Zero initially, but same will go into the system forever, whatever time you run it. U is not going to
yes,
change.
yes, sir.
Okay. So let me explain you the whole procedures what we did from starting, and stop me if you are not following it. Okay. So what we did? Someone has asked us to develop the controller for a system. For a system. Okay. There are two ways to proceed. The first one is if the equipment is available and the design engineer or operating engineer allows us to change or perturb, then we will carry out experiment at the system where we perturb the input. When I say perturb, mean you can give either a step change or there are different types of signals, standard signals, which you can give to the system, because we already found out what is interested output and what is inputs, manipulated inputs. That analysis we carried out. Fine. So the first way is that if there is an equipment available, if operating engineer allows us to perturb the system, we will perturb, get the input output data, and then try to fit the model and then design the controllers. Okay. One way is this. If the system is not available, then we need to have the model. Here we are going to go with the model. When I say model, it means that we capture the system's dynamics using first principles. This is what this three differential equation talks about regarding the bioreactor. Okay, so now we had the model and we assumed that we validate the model with the experimental data. So when I carried out validation, it means that my model is capturing all the major dynamics of the process. That is understood. Okay. So once we have model, now whatever thing that I'm going to tell is this regarding only this course. The earlier was should be covered in a control course. Fine. So we have model, we have differential equations. So first what we do, we simulate the differential equations. Okay. Once we simulated the differential equations, we get the initial response. Okay. So we got initial response. From that, approximately, we found out that how much time it took for settle down. So let's say we got X time unit for the settling. Then we found out time constant. Approximate or thumb rule is that settling time divided by 5. Once we found out time constants, we went and found out sampling time. So we got the sampling time. Okay. Then what we did, we converted that code which was written for solution code. Then we converted that into for loop. Okay. One index of for loop is exactly equal to sampling time at this point of time. Okay. Then we converted that loop in a for loop. We matched or validated the for loop data, output data with the previous model. Safe is it because we don't want cropping any error in a for loop. Once we satisfied that both the results are overlaying each other, fine. Then we know at what time initial dynamics dies out. After that, we have given a step change into the manipulated variable. Okay, so once we got that step change data, we might found out that setting time or sampling times, all these have been little changed because earlier our assumption was based on initial dynamics, and now our assumption is based on our data which we are getting the step change. That we retuned or recalculated our settling time constant, sampling time. This will happen only in a non-linear system, not in a linear system. Fine. So once we got this, we found out one for loop equal to sampling times. Okay. Then what we did, we changed the for loop index, which will basically cover initial dynamics as well as controller. I need my measured output. So in this case, second was my measured output or my targeted variable or my controlled variable. I took that in a code. Okay, I have the set point. These two and then I did, which is simply as u, which is output of the controller, is equal to kc into epsilon plus uss. Uss is the steady state value before starting the control, and then sampling time, I am doing this. I am measuring my outputs, calculating manipulated variable, pumping that manipulated variable into the systems. Due to the change in manipulated variable, I am expecting that change in systems output, that measured variable I am again taking, comparing with my set points, finding error, finding u. So this will go on until and the system tracks set points. So this is overall verbal methodology which I implemented. Now I will explain you each line of the code once again. Okay, so this informations we got from system dynamics. Okay, so this is for system dynamics. You know how do I found out this system dynamics. Then this is for system parameters. This all goes to system parameters. This will be given to you for every system. Then this is initial conditions. Okay, this is the arrangement for storing data. Okay, and this is for control parameter. Fine. So we got all these parameters. Then here I am solving my ordinary differential equations. Here I am updating my initial time instance. Here I am updating my final time instance. The jump between these two should be the sampling time. Here I am updating my initial conditions corresponding to my sampling time. Corresponding to my sampling time. Corresponding to my sampling time. Correct. Here, this I implemented the controller after the initial value. I implemented the controller after the initial value or initial dynamics. So that's why this I is greater than 5 after the initial dynamics. Okay. And then I measured variables. Second is my measured variable. Second differential equation. My measured variable. Here I'm finding error. Here I'm finding u manipulated variables, pumping that into the system. This way I am proceeding. Here I am not. Anything else? Then, so now Pratish.
Yes, sir.
So you might have collected assignment number 2, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now assignment number 3. Each one of you will going to find out different system. A system might be of one differential equation, system might be two differential equations, system might be three differential equations, or four, whatever may be, or a set of algebraic and differential equations. There should not be repetitions. So you can populate a Google Sheets and write the roll numbers and say that, okay, write down the system's name. So someone write water level system, heating mixing systems, bioreactors, chemical reactor, STTR, interacting system, non-interacting system, simple battery system, simple fuel cell systems, whatever may be that, okay? There should not be repetition. So how do we avoid the repetition? The first person who is going to write their system, okay, that is fixed. The second person who is writing on that sheet should know that, okay, this system has been taken. Okay. Is this clear, Pratish?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So everybody, you need to simulate this. And once you simulated your own systems, convert it in a simple for loop, and then implement the P control. Okay. And then once you did this, zip this and send to the Pratish. This is assignment number 3. How many days I should give on to you people?
So then next week we can submit.
Okay, submit next week. That's the first thing. Second thing, from next week onwards, that's on Monday, we will start the presentations. Presentations from your side. I mean, as far as MATLAB is concerned, I almost completed the course with everything I taught. The only things you can find out the controller, that is PI controllers equations and PID controller equations, and try to implement. So U equation, that's line number 47, we change. That's the only change. Okay, so we almost cover. With this basic knowledge, you can code anything. So from next week onward, on Monday, we will start the presentations. So did we form the groups, or you talked about various softwares earlier, if you remember, correct? So we are going to go through that presentations. So when do you want it to start it? A Monday or a Tuesday?
Sir, what exactly has to be done in that presentation?
So earlier we told that we will go through the Python,
Yes, sir.
correct? The way I explained you MATLAB, you people will going to explain the Python to me and the whole class, correct? So we might going to take 13 lectures. I don't know whether we have available 13 lectures, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you people are 26 or 29. Okay. So if form a group of 2 person each, and then from the starting, the way I explain you MATLAB, correct? How to start, what is the software names and all these things, from where to download and all these things, if free version is available, from that to a certain level, so that anyone from your class should tell me that okay, he or she knows Python basic level, correct?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
So what do you to do? Populate one another Google Sheets where you write that okay, this group, these are the 2 persons forming a group, and that group is going to cover this introduction of Pythons, or some data storing of Pythons, or some coding of Python, so and so forth. Correct? So 13 or 14 lectures you people will present.
Okay,
Is this
sir.
clear to everyone?
Like everyone will be having different topics?
Yes, continuous. There should be continuation. Correct.
Okay, sir.
I mean, we are basically breaking down Python's complete Python in 13, 14 parts, and one part will be explained by one group.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So that let's say
Yes,
assume
sir.
that from tomorrow onwards, if I started listening your lectures and started practicing that thing on Python, at the end of 14th lectures, I should be able to do something in Python.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when do you want? Monday or Tuesday?
So we can start Tuesday. We'll start preparing that internal division, who will be explaining what,
Yeah.
and we'll finalize it in this week only, and then we can start from Tuesday.
Sure. So Monday we will not have any class,
Okay, sir.
and from Tuesday starting we will have presentation of the first group.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, then I'm going to stop here for today.